Good morning. We are extremely pleased that you are here. It is good to come together for the purpose of co-creating. Do you agree?
Yes.
Co-creating at its best. So what's up? You're knowing what you are wanting?
Yes.
It becomes clearer and clearer. You like the feeling of desire?
Yes.
You like the feeling of unfulfilled desire?
Yes.
Liar. Do you like the sensation of focusing? Do you like realizing that you can focus? Do you like coming into an awareness of the power of focus? Are you beginning to realize the power of focus, the power of thought? Do you understand your relationship with the broader picture? Coming more to it, wanting to understand it? Do you know that you are eternal beings? You know that you are eternal beings?
Yes.
Apparently not. We understand why you're not really ready to jump right into the middle of a statement like that, because you are pretty much accustomed to your point of view. Your significant but scanty point of view. It's significant in that it really matters. In other words, what you are up to matters, not just to you, but to all that is. But in the larger scheme of things, it's scanty in that you're focused here right now. For the most part, when you are having a moment in time, what's going on in the environment around you is, to a large extent, the reason for your focus. You are utilizing your ability to translate vibration visually through your eyes, through your ears, through all of your physical senses. You are so good at perception as it's being translated through your physical senses that this time-space reality, but even more significant, what's happening right here, right now, has the majority of your attention. So when you begin to understand that your power of focus is just that, it's the power of focus, then sometimes you might want to step back a little more broadly and not let what is right here, right now, this red hot minute, to be what controls how you feel. You don't want it to control how you think. And the only way that you can get around that is by beginning to look more broadly, by beginning to look more deeply, by being more of who you really are more of the time. Otherwise, what's going on right here, right now, will tend to capture your attention. And then what happens is, what is gets your attention, and then you get more of what is. And then what is, which just became more, gets more of your attention, and then you get more of that. And so it begins to feel, to many of you, like you don't have creative control over your life experience. You become more reactors to what you're observing rather than creators of what you want. So we like to help you to understand that in order to sort of break that cycle of what we lovingly call what is-itis in your life, in other words, what is so dominant that you just sort of stay where you are. And don't you know it with most people? Aren't they sort of living the same theme in their life? Different faces sometimes, different places sometimes, but basically the same sort of patterns are going on around them because they are such keen observers of what's going on around them. And if there is anything that you could hear from us that would be of enormous benefit to you, it would be to decide that you are going to observe that which is pleasing to you and ignore that which is not pleasing to you, and fill in the gaps. And we got to tell you, there are going to be a lot of them, especially in the beginning. Fill in the gaps with your own thoughts, and they must be general, because you can't go from specifically observing unwanted things to specifically observing wanted things. Law of attraction just doesn't provide that much of that to you. You're going to get, for the most part, what you're feeling. So we want to sort of lay a basis of understanding here for you. We want to convince you of something that we know so clearly, and that is it's much easier than you have been letting it be. And you have the ability to focus much more than you know that you do. But we love you so very much. You always know when we say that we're getting ready to tell you something that you don't want to hear. We love you so much, you are lazy focusers because you've become sort of at ease with letting your life entertain you rather than you create the life that is entertaining to you. And so rather than being such observers, as we are moving through these hours that we are together, we want to sort of call your attention to an understanding that you can focus no matter what's going on. You have the power to focus around it. You have the power to focus it into a softer place if it isn't pleasing you. You have the power to focus into a more deliberate place if it is pleasing you. And the general theme that we'll be talking about, and it'll be easy for you to hear it because we are very persistent in our delivery of it, because it is the most important thing that you could hear from us, is that if you are in your moment for whatever reason, whether you're focused past, present, or future, upon something that is not pleasing to you, get as general about it as you can get. Be as not specific as you can be. Back away from it, back away from it, back away from it as much as you can until you find ease in your more general thought. But if you are in any moment in time thinking about something that is pleasing to you, whether it is a thought from the past or something that you are observing in the present or something that you are anticipating or wanting in the future, and this thought that you are focused upon feels good to you, then become as specific as you can about it. Because in the specifics of anything, there is faster moving energy and therefore more power. If you get specific about something unwanted, two things happen. Not only does that unwanted thing move more rapidly toward you and fill in more of the details of your life, but there is the potential. It happens every time. We shouldn't call it potential. We should call it, there is the factual, for sure, reality that is ensuing. It's like a freight train moving down a very fast track. And it goes like this.